Iris Kellett, an Irish show jumping legend. She is heralded as one of the most exceptional and iconic figures in the history of Irish show jumping and equestrianism. In a career that spanned over 30 years, Iris Kellett established herself as one of the top riders of her generation at a time when both women and civilian riders were gaining prominence in international competition. She became a leading ambassador for both. The only child of Harry and Dora Kellett, Iris was born in January 1926. She was raised at Mespel Road, Dublin, where her father, who was a veterinary surgeon, ran a riding school and where he passed on his skills and ethos on the proper care of horses to his daughter. Each day after school, Iris taught and helped in the stables. She even turned down a chance to study veterinary science at Trinity in favor of her commitment to the school. Her first appearance in equestrian competition was at age 9, when she won Best Girl Rider at the 1935 Dublin Horse Show. During the war years, she became almost unbeatable on ponies like Dusky and Spitfire. She would walk them from Mespel Road to the RDS for the Spring Show and Horse Show. At age 21, she and her great horse Rusty were part of the first ever All-Irish Civilian Nations Cup team in 1947. The following year, she and Rusty won the 1948 Dublin Grand Prix ahead of top American, British, Swedish and French contenders. And in 1949, she was the first winner of the new Princess Elizabeth Cup presented to her by the then Princess Elizabeth. She took that cup again in 1951. Sadly, in 1952, a serious fall resulted in a shattered ankle that was complicated by tetanus. This brought her sparkling career to a halt. It was 10 long years before she was back to top form. But during this period, Iris further honed her teaching and training genius. This she was to later generously bestow on Irish and international stars like Eddie Macken, Paul Dara, the Doyle brothers, Peter Charles, and many more. By the mid-60s, Iris was back in the international arena. Iris was to prove this when winning the 1969 Ladies European Championship at the RDS on Morning Light. She is seen here in the prize lineup with Raimondo Denzeo of Italy, for whom she produced the great jumper Bellevue. Iris joined the likes of Diana Connolly Carew, Colonel Billy Ringrose, and Colonel Ned Campion on Aga Khan teams. Here she is seen with Seamus Hayes, Leslie Fitzpatrick, and John Brooke at Balmoral Show. Iris was to retire from international competition in 1969 and devote herself to training, horse breeding, judging, and voluntary work on behalf of equestrian sport. She created a world-class riding centre at Kill and was to receive a doctorate from University Limerick for her lifelong contribution to equestrian sport. Iris Kellett passed away in March 2011. But because of her sparkling competition career, her training successes, and her massive amount of voluntary effort on behalf of the sport, she will always live as a unique Irish show jumping legend.